Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here. A rainy day. Going out in the early morning, windshield wipers flashing, rain and the rain spray hitting all against your windshield, and you're wondering if everything is going to be okay and if your trip is going to be okay. And you think about other things while you're in this mind state, things that are really important. If something did happen, would they be okay? And you start thinking about your greatest blessing. And if your greatest blessing happens to be that you consider yourself free in the reality that your mind has been renewed, you've understood, and now you're standing, that brings you to a different point in life. And when I speak of these, I think about the efforts that have been exercised through basic human rights for all people according to this program. You will find that there are thousands of video posts that have been made relative to the conversations that we as people have experienced over a period of time, decades perhaps. For indeed, I've been here, at least on some of these medium sources, at least that period of time, and the message hasn't changed. It's been the same message, and the message is the message of love. I stand before you, ladies and gentlemen, as an instrument, playing a part in this love fist, if I can call it that, for change in the human species. You see, ever since we can understand that the first lie was accepted, we've concluded or accepted the fact that the first lie probably had to do with you will not surely die. And since that time, we've been following the dictates of others. What they have said is the way we've gone. And they have always led us to a place that most of us didn't want to go. But a few of us, enough to support the death that was being brought to the masses, allowed it to happen, especially considering the ignorance that avails itself amongst the people. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there are many things that God is calling, and I say God, I'm talking about a power that you cannot see, cannot touch, cannot feel, but the evidence of that God is all around us when we walk on the earth, to breathe the air, look at the sky and the clouds, and we just feel alive because that's due to another power that we had nothing to do with. Amen. And here we are today, going through all of the various changes that we so abhor, don't want to have anything to do with, and yet they maintain. And this, my friend, this deception that began in the beginning, you should not surely die, has manifested itself throughout humankind's existence. I am here today playing the part that I have been given to play in the essence of the mind change, in the essence of having a relationship established with the God of the Spirit. What had happened to me is that I was given a life that I was throwing away. That was some time ago. And I recognized that in receiving back that life, it was not just for me to ignore the very serious importance of it, but it was a message as well, the message of we the people who have not received that message yet. And yet I have. So I have an obligation to do for you what God did for me. God saved my life so that I can come back and play a part in saving your life. You see, you did die. That which would allow you to live now in these bodies during these times as though you are in heaven have been deceiving you. And you have been denied that. And to be denied heaven on earth, to be denied heaven wherever you are, is a death. And so you don't know that. But the videos that I have posted, as I'm sure so many others have posted, It hasn't changed a thing. And the reason is you do not understand. Many of us who were born here in America, naturally born here, and call ourselves Americans, most of us, if we haven't had any special training in others, we speak the language called English. And if a Japanese walked up to any one of us that have been programmed in English and started speaking Japanese, it would mean nothing more to us than a dog barking or a cat meowing or any animal doing whatever they do. We would not be able to interpret it. And when someone comes out of the blue and speaks to you about that which is heavenly, when they speak to you about peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness and the really living your dreams, not asleep, but alive, living them, to talk to you about your needs, your wants, and your desires being met whenever you choose. That is like a dog barking to you because you know nothing of that. In fact, those of you who claim to have a little knowledge of it is programmed to see this as a result of your being quiet in this life, not rocking the boat, and being rewarded after your death for that. Well, these are the things that's happening. And just as I stand before you today, it is because you need it. You need it because you were made to live heavenly. You were made to live heavenly. The earth was made to be your heavenly home. And all the resources on this earth was given to support your heavenliness. And even in the midst of all the mess that we've accepted, the mess that we've created in our ignorance, standing and speaking to you, even at this moment in time, is the voice of God saying, change your mind. Renew your mind from hatred and racism and bigotry and some got and some not. Free your mind from terror and crime and violence and war. Free your minds from lying and cheating. Free your minds and believe in the power that you can't see and yet sees it all. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, I really want you to know that in America, we are living our lives supporting the life of those who dishonor all that God is about. Whether they know it or not is irrelevant. Whether we know it is what's important. And if we know it, what are we going to do about it? Well, the challenge is to us. One special thing that was unique, as I have been told, was giving human beings the ability to choose. The ability to choose. But when a lie comes along and you do not know the truth, how can you choose that which is proper? You look at it like this. Does it cause any pain? Does it cause any suffering to anyone? And if the answer is yes, it's wrong. So what you do must complement you and utilize the resources of that which is God to benefit you and that which is God, the rest of us, as we choose, must be just as heavenly. And all you got to do is know the truth. You are here to play a part in that truth, not to be deceived, not to worry about your house falling apart, not to worry about can you meet your mortgage payments or your rent payment, can you get a car note, can you afford to go to the gas pump, can your kid go to school, or can they have decent clothes, or can you even go celebrate some of the things that you would love to celebrate? Can you go to visit a relative that's in another state sick? Or going to a funeral? Can you do these things? Can you get up today with a smile on your face and not a headache? If you're experiencing any of these things, you're not the only one. Most people of the world are, because they're living a deceptive life. And no power that you have controlling you today is going to relinquish you and turn you loose. No, my friends, you got the only power that will free you from them. And that must be made by you. And in order for you to be bold enough to make that choice, you got to renew your mind. And how do you do that? By honoring God and honoring what God has made. In other words, start loving. How do you love? By seeing and desiring and want for others, at least that which you can accept for yourself, and causing no pain or suffering to anyone. That's love. I want to leave that, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this much of your time, and I hope I haven't wasted it. I hope you can leave from this station or wherever and say, I think I might do something with that. I might make some changes in my life. Hey, it's a start. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.